the balance of play, the scoreline reflects how well we played, but we've missed a rake of chances, a hatful of chances, and then you start getting a little bit frustrated with the way the game goes, and you miss a penalty. But credit to the lads, they created similar amount of chances in other games this season. We haven't taken our chances, so we've just got to be more ruthless, and we have been taken off.
Was there also a degree of patience required because of the way that they it was clearly a plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
you had 10 men behind the ball and hit you on the break.
And we said that at half time, we've got to go cold sometimes, and when opportunities present themselves, you've got to kind of seize the moment. But it was important at half time that we kept cool heads, and it wasn't the time to go in there and kind of change the dressing room upside down. And it was about developing Max's confidence, because he's missed 2 or 3 in the first half, and saying go cold, you'll get another good situation. He did. He got us back in the game. I thought that obviously, there was tired legs out there. We've got to change the game, but then we were just more patient with our final passing around the box. Where I thought at the first half, and even elements in the second half, we were snatching at things. We were snatching at deliveries. I just think when we kind of went cool and calculated, we picked the right pass, and that's how good we can be.
And Bennett seemed a good influence as he settled as the game went on.
Again, do you know, people look at again. That's the kid's first game ever in Europe, and then you can say this, but. We hyped it up and these big things, and he was probably playing under a little bit of pressure and thinking, it's my first time ever. And, whether or not it's the Champions League, it's the FENIX trophy, under the lights of a European game, knowing what's at stake, the finals weekend, there's a lot of pressure in there. And we said to the lads at half time, listen, there is no pressure coming from within. You put your own pressure on yourselves. You need to kind of take that out your backpack, put it on my back. That's what I carry the pressure for. You guys just go and play the way you can play. And they did that second half, and I thought they were amazing. Like I said, it had a bit of everything, didn't it?
Charlie Oliver leading the side today in a brace.
Yeah, captain the side. And he's captained the side on a few occasions this season. He'll give it to Lafferty a couple of weeks ago, and then Charlie picks up the armband again tonight. But when we had the ascendancy, when we were on top, Charlie took his goal really well, and then got it again, and we're kind of out of sight. But you can see, I just love the celebrations, and I love the kind of the laughter and the banter in the dressing room at the minute. They love it. It doesn't matter who it's against. This group of lads love, putting smiles on people's faces when they can do, and they've done that tonight. And just really, really pleased for them.
Trevor Bryan in the left back, did you put in a good performance?
Thought he was excellent. It gives Guy competition out there, because Trev signed till the end of the season now, so we know that's an option for us. I thought Guy did really well when he come on, but it gives us an option, and it gives us another form of attacking down the left-hand side, and it did with Gilboy when we converted him to a right wing-back second half, and we had pace and energy in the final third. So, that's crucial, and it's crucial that we continually have competition for places, and I think we're getting that now.
Word about the opponents. You impressed?
I wasn't impressed with them at the end of the game. I thought that was really poor, clapping in the referee's face, and then the goalkeeper refusing to shake hands. I think, there's always going to be times that things get on top of you a little bit, but I thought that was very pedantic, and then pointing at the female official's face. I didn't like that. But listen, they deserve the place in the competition. They're here. They thought that they were going to get something, and on another night they might have done, but I think they just found us in another gear second half, and that's what it was. But we wish them every success. I'm sure it might be a little bit of a cauldron as we go out to Paris. That there'll be, think there'll be a little bit of revenge, but they did what they did. They ruffled us. They showed the dark arts. They left 2 or 3 tackles in on Luke Griffiths tonight, and that's what they did. And you've got to credit them. They went 1-0 up. They sucked it in. They got the goal, and then we're trying to work our way out, getting back into the game. But we know what's at stake. We want to go one better than we did last year. We knew that we'd have to win tonight, James.
So looking ahead in the competition now, the way it is starting to shape up. FC in a very strong position. I know you won't be complacent, but in terms of goal difference, was really that last phase of the game actually was quite important in terms of the group. It was interesting that the players seemed really determined to get as many as possible at the end.
And they knew that. They knew that. And listen, they loved last season. The ones who were still here, they loved last season. The ones who have come to the group, have loved going out to Krakow and they want to go to Paris and want to have the finals weekend. So it means a lot to them. So at times, there was a little bit of nerves, and you could feel a little bit of pressure on the stadium, but people desperate for that ball to go in. So when the ball did start hitting the back of the net, it was great, and probably should have been more. Ben had missed that one right at the end, but it's a good night's work. It's another, for me, pleasing performance, and we're having a few now. We're putting a few consistent performances together. Even at 1-0 down, we created a load of chances. So it's coming, and is it too little, too late? Maybe, but the sides gelling. We're getting bodies back over the line, James, and it was nice to turn around and say, we've won tonight, we've won comfortably.
Finally, Warrington Rylands on Saturday. What sort of game are you expecting there?
I think they're really tough. They're going to be a little bit different because obviously Dharma's now gone, but they've got Dan Coqueline and Mo Toure, so they'll have a strong forward line. We know about Dean Furnham, centre midfielder, captain South Africa, is going to be good. They're big and strong at the back, and they are where they are for a reason in the league. But we went there this season and kind of just narrowly missed out. It was one of them games a little bit flat. But we're playing a good brand of football at the minute, and we shouldn't be fearing anybody. We should be going, what's the next game? And the next game is Warrington Rylands, and that is something from the league tonight. You can never predict any result, can you? Radcliffe have got lost to Aberdeen tonight. It's just 2-2, was it? Sorry, we're misled by the information. So, but you just know, you don't know. What we will be ready, James. We'll be ready for Warrington Rylands. They know that we'll be ready. Cleggy will have done his homework. We've done our homework. I just hope the pitch can recover in time because it's taking an awful hammering at the minute, and Andy's working around the clock to try and get it right. But with more rain due this week, you just don't know. So we're praying to the gods that we can transform that pitch before Saturday, and hopefully, if we can do it, it'll open itself to a really good game of football.
Very final thing, I almost forgot. Bob Jammy, nice 10 minutes there, almost scored. You could see willing that ball into the net. Didn't quite work out, but he looked to get involved, didn't he?
We started Bob a couple of games ago, and he was tired, and he found the situation big. But Bob's part of us now, so Bob will come on games, and I trusted him at 1-0 to come on tonight and go and showcase himself. He's nearly got a header. He's then spun right at the end. He's kind of dived once, just gone across him, but he's going to be a good player. He's going to be a very good player, and we're just going to show that the likes of Bob Jammer, that there's opportunities for him, and he's very much established in the first team now. So pleased with him. And then finally, James, there was a debutant tonight in Keelan Swales, who's been at Alfreton this season, and he's been at Oxford Town to get his games. But we did the 7-day notice. He's been training for a couple of weeks now, so he's joined the team. And we've also got a 7-day approach in for a fullback from Marine. So we're hoping to have more competition in the fullback area. And then, Curtis Jones isn't far away now. Dante Gabinell's not far away now. So the squad's thickening up again nicely as we come to the final stage of the season.
And thank you very much. Curtis Jones made a decent debut on the mic as well.
I was going to say, did he do okay? Did he?
He did.
Yeah, he had his work cut out.
You had to listen back and give him notes.
No, that's brilliant. I mean, Curtis has done a tough running session tonight, and maybe felt that he was going to get some minutes, but we don't want to rush him back in. So, but he won't be far away.
Okay. Well, thanks as ever, Neil. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Take you on a trip and set you free.